Hey folks, what is going on? Check this out. I'm here at the Cove at Rockport with Jameson Malgeri of Another Level Home Inspection. How you doing, bud?
Good.
Good to see you. All right, Jam. So right off the bat, what is Another Level Home Inspection?
So we're a home inspection company based in Gloucester, and the majority of what we do is buyer's inspection. So people looking to purchase a home, hire us just to do their diligence, to go through the property and look at the condition.
Mm-hmm. But you're working all around Cape Ann, Greater Boston. You're running all over the place, residential and commercial, or?
So light commercial, but every commercial property is different. So the vast majority of what I do is residential inspections, and it's primarily on Cape Ann, but like today, for example, I was all the way in Watertown, so it depends on where my clients are. But strictly in Massachusetts.
Gotcha. So what do you want folks to know about your services?
Well, I mean, I guess, again, I'm a local company. I try to provide a really detailed, high quality inspection. So there's different inspectors with different communication styles out there, that all kind of provide something a little bit different. I like to take time and explain things to clients, go through in a lot of detail. I would say that, if someone's looking, say a newer buyer that really wants to learn about the house, wants more than just the problems with it, that's kind of what my inspection's more geared towards.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, now the spring market's here, right? Things must be getting crazier. Now, it's an odd housing market here, right? Cape Ann's truly a destination place now. Not a lot of inventory. People seem to be waiving inspections here and there. I know you write a great blog and you're super thorough explaining things, but so in your estimation, why are folks waiving inspections right now?
Well, I mean, I think part of it is out of necessity. There's a lot of buyers who are just in a position where they want a property that's maybe in a price range where there's a ton of competition, or it's a very special property. So there's that. And then I think even when that's not present, I think there is kind of pressures of the market where even if that's not the reality that there's a lot of competition, people worry about not being able to get the house. So there's also times when I think people get some pressure, buyers, to think about waiving, even if maybe it's a little bit less competitive of a situation.
And all these options all have pros and cons. And so what's really cool is, so Jameson agreed to, from time to time, lend us his expertise, answer your questions about home inspection, the market, what options may be best for you. So if you have any questions off the top, you can always ask them here. We'll do some follow-up videos, I'm sure. We'll always have links to Jameson's blog and website in our newsletter as well. And we'll flash that in other social media outlets too. So, but James, if people want to learn more about you, find you or contact you, how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, so, my website is a great resource. I constantly try to build that up. So you can either go to anotherlevelinspection.com or even inspectingyourhome.com. Also, I have contact information on the website. Feel free to reach out to me. The market is there's a lot of stuff happening with different types of inspections, or, there's people doing walkthrough inspections. There's different things going on legally with the board, legislation. So it's a complicated time right now. So I would say don't be afraid if you're starting the process of buying a home, to reach out very early out, just to, so I can talk to you about the different types of inspections, so you can sort of get a game plan together before you find a house, because it's a lot harder once you're in love with a property to make the decisions that maybe you would have planned out earlier in the process. So.
Do people ever hit you up and ask for an inspection after they've gotten a property?
Yes, yeah. So, if you waive your inspection, there's definitely a financial risk, but from a safety perspective, if you get an inspection after you've waived, you can at least have someone come through and make sure the house is safe. So there's been a lot of that, since people started waiving inspections in high numbers, like a post-purchase type inspection. And, I think they're still really valuable. My clients who have done them, have gotten a lot out of them. I mean, they're not the best approach, and there's a lot of risks that are also something to be considered. But in lieu of doing nothing, it's, to me, a much better option,
Right. Another good reason to consult with you too. So, okay, very cool. We appreciate that. We'll try to gather questions or come up with certain topics. I know you just did a blog just on the spring market and how to best prepare for that, which is great as well. And again, it's anotherlevelinspection.com. You can find Jameson here. Local family, local guy, does kick-ass work, we should mention too, and has the stuff coming out of his brain at all angles, man. It's a lot. I'm always impressed by just how knowledgeable you are on all the minutiae and the different facets of it. It's a wild market right now.
It is a crazy time, and I would not want to be a buyer right now personally. So I just try to help people out however I can. Even if it's just kind of putting a game plan together, or giving them information. And there's some situations where I don't do what they need, and I at least give them another option that I see as a good option, even if I send them in another direction. So I'm happy to help out however I can, for sure.